When you're rolling a coil, you take your clay, and on the clean table, the paper tends to move around too much. You would take and start rolling a coil. It does help to pick it up, start rolling, pick it up, roll here. Otherwise, you will get a hollow coil. So I might roll my coil, and I decide maybe this one will be good for a leg. So legs tend to be thicker at one end than the other, so I'm only rolling on part of this end. Maybe I'm going to make a haunch to something like maybe a horse or something, so I might start rounding out this area and start just kind of pinching out this area a little bit. That's how you'd roll a coil if you're making an animal that has haunches. If you're just making a regular coil, take and just roll the coil out on the table, depending on how thick or thin you want it. Coils are good for all kinds of things like arms and legs, hair if you wanted to, even necks, all kinds of things. So you roll your coil your thickness you would like to. Then maybe you were putting coils together. So if I have some coils, I might take and form circles. And to put these together, I of course need to scratch and add slip. So I would take my fork if you can find one. If you can't, use a sharpened stick and scratching the seam. If you can't find a fork, use a sharpened stick to scratch. Really scratch this. Don't, be too nice here. I'm going to scratch it like somebody flushed your Chromebook. So I'm scratching. I'm going to use slip then. Slip is like our glue for clay. It's basically watered down clay. And I can use slip and get a little bit out with my fork or any of the clay tools. Put slip on the scratches where you'd like things to be kind of glued together. So I can also put it here. I'm going to add slip to this. Slip to right there and right there. So what I'm going to do now is take and re-scratch. So I've scratched it, add the slip, re-scratching it. And I'll make sure it really adheres. Then I put scratches to scratches. If I'm making coils, I can do something like that. And then if I'm going to make these two stay together, scratches to scratches, something like this. Then I would take a clay tool and smooth things out. Make it into one piece. A lot of bodies could be built this way. All the terracotta army soldiers were built this way. So there's a lot of different uses for something like this. Pinch pots. If you didn't want to build a pinch pot, some pots are made using coils. So this is one technique you could use if you were going to put things together to make things like a body, a vessel, whatever you're making. To make sure things stay together, look like one piece. If you need to, once you're done, take one of the elephant ear sponges and really smooth things out. Now I smooth the outside out, but I also need to smooth out the inside. Make sure things are going to stay together. Things tend to break in the kiln. And that's how you can use coiling. Or if you want to, maybe this would be arms or something like that. This could maybe be my body. Maybe I'd then use scratch and add slip and add clay, or add my clay here to maybe start making arms for some kind of creature I'm making.